informed. Join us for a fentanyl education and awareness town hall. Your chance to learn, share, and take action. On Saturday, November 2nd from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Come to the Columbia City Theater for this crucial event. We'll have expert panel discussions, powerful presentations, and real-life testimonials from those who've been impacted. Whether you're a parent, a young person, or a concerned neighbor, your voice matters. This is your chance to ask questions, get the facts, and learn how to protect yourself and your loved ones from this deadly epidemic. Can't make it in person? No problem. We'll be broadcasting live on Rainier Avenue Radio.org, so you can tune in wherever you are. This event is open to the public and free forever. Mark your calendar. Saturday, November 2nd from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Columbia City Theater. Let's work together to keep our community safe. Visit ColumbiaCityTheater.org for more information. Your voice, your community, your future.
Are you ready for some family-friendly frights? This Halloween season, the Columbia City Theater presents The Haunted House for Kids. Step inside if you dare. Our spooky, not too scary haunted house is perfect for kids of all ages. Explore thrilling installations, meet friendly ghosts, and uncover hidden treasures, all while having a fantastic time. From creepy crawly critters to magical surprises, there's something for everyone. Plus, it's all happening in the historic Columbia City Theater, where every corner has a story to tell. Join us for a safe, spooky, and fun-filled adventure for the whole family. Tickets are available now, so gather your goblins and ghouls and head down to the Columbia City Theater Haunted House for Kids. Don't miss out. Visit ColumbiaCityTheater.org for details. The Columbia City Theater Haunted House for Kids. Where spooky meets silly.
You know you can't get enough of Rainier Avenue Radio.
Welcome back. Oh yeah, this is going for me. This is gonna mess with me the whole episode. So.
No one notices it. Stop talking about it. Okay. Oh well, we're back. Hello. Happy Tuesday, October 29th, 2024. Wow, the fall came in, and the fall is like I'm here and I'm wrapping it up real quick. I was gonna say it's Brandon. Okay, what's up, Brandon over there?
Oh yeah, I was just saying what's up in the comments. What's up, guys? Anyways, I am back.
Welcome back, Chris. How's it going? How's your weekend?
It's cool. It is cool.
We had a whole month for you to get your life together.
No, so what happened was, bro, this is on the World Wide Web, bro.
We're going to talk about this. Anyway, welcome back. I had a great weekend celebrating and serving in our community.
I almost
we
visited
the camera off. 2 events and just beautiful resources. I was able to meet Vicki Navarro, who is on Philly and right up after us. So if you're watching, hey Vicki.
Hey Vicki.
So nice to meet you.
Hello.
Also coming up, our harvest dinner. Clean Greens Harvest Dinner. It is that time. I cannot believe it. I feel like we just came into season and now it is time for our harvest dinner. And I'm super, super excited for our keynote guest speaker, which is Karen Washington, who is known nationally as an urban grower, an activist, a farmer. She does urban conferences yearly, and it's all about community and the importance of tilling the land wherever you are and creating access for all.
And she's also featured on High on the Hog on Netflix. If you guys haven't seen that show,
so check High on the Hog. It's a really good show, just period the end. But she is on there talking about the importance of like tilling land and having farm in communities. Which is something we started doing in the last 2 years. And we'll also have a panel discussion to talk about the community gardens with her and with Paris. Paris. Why did his last name just go out of my mind? But Paris from Parks.
Paris from Parks
will be there. And we'll just be talking about the community gardens, what it means, the benefits of having it, which there are a lot of benefits to having community gardens. I will be your host. I'm super excited. I'm super excited for Bea to get up there. Bea is one of our youth. She is amazing. She's like a sponge. She just soaks up everything. And I think she's only 10. She's 10.
Okay.
Hey, Deontay. Well, you right on time. Stick around just for us to say thank you for holding it down. And thank you for Vocal Washington for allowing us to borrow Deontay. I appreciate you. My friend don't play about me, y'all. Like, he don't play. Okay.
Shout out to Deontay.
I really appreciated you stepping in. I really needed that time. Chris, how was your time?
It was cool. I didn't realize how much I did need that time. So it definitely worked out. So but speaking about community and youth, we had some events this past weekend.
I talked about it, but you were too busy worrying about something else.
Did we mention Zoe? Because I didn't hear that part.
Zoe, yes, okay. My baby Zoe.
All right.
She is the total opposite of me. No, she's me. She doesn't know she's me, but she was nervous. But she was also on a panel discussion, and she did really good. One of the things that she talked about was parents. When your children are sick, believe them. And she made a whole point, putting my whole business on the spot. Talked about when your kids are sick, believe them.
Oh yeah.
All you're gonna have to do is go. The school's gonna call you. You're gonna have to leave home and go pick them up.
So all right. So before we go, because we have a very good show. So good to be back. Good to see you, Bri.
Good to see you too.
All right, and then so listen, guys. Bri, I'm gonna take a moment really quick. She always gets on me about not being vulnerable and not being willing to open up and being vulnerable enough. So this morning, this is vulnerability. This morning, I was running late because yesterday got away from me. And my grandfather used to say, a minute at night is longer than a minute in the daytime, and that's so very true. So I tried to go and get my braids this morning. Shout out to Drake. The braids this morning. But my boss was calling. She was texting because we did have plans to meet early, and I was telling the lady, she was like, "Oh, you late?" And I was explaining, I was like, "Don't worry about it. It's gonna be fine. I don't want my braids, like that." And as I see, my braids is kind of like that today. So this is a vulnerable moment for me. So this is me being vulnerable to the podcast. This is vulnerability, and this is how it looks. So how's everybody doing today? Happy Tuesday.
I'll accept your vulnerability.
Thank you, because
it
threw me off. Excuse me for the little mishap early, Daniel. It definitely threw me off. Nah, see, I was going for the two Drake braids, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's Halloween, so
timing and planning is everything.
It is, man. Failure to prepare is preparing to fail. So let's get right back to it. I'm sorry, I just had to steal the stage for a second.
Respect your boss's time.
Totally respect my boss and her time. Let's not do that, okay? I sacrifice these. Bray, look, this is crazy because this is on the World Wide Web. This is what I want everybody to understand. I mean, I go back and watch the episodes to critique myself and see where I could get better and improve. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be so. Daniel, I wish you could circle it.
No,
but it's cool. Let's go. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
I can't believe this is the
this is my life, man.
Get to be vulnerable. Anyway, it's been a while, so let's ask our question of the day. What is the most interesting historical fact you learned recently?
The most interesting historical fact?
Interesting. Yep.
That Seattle was named after a chief, an Indian chief, a Native American chief, Chief Seattle. However, hold on, hang on. Wait, no, I wasn't looking like that. Chief Seattle, but I've heard that's not how you pronounce it. I heard that Seattle is a pronunciation that we kind of took and just changed it, but it's spelled the same.
How do you pronounce it?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Did you learn it from your friend?
I did. Shout out to Jess, our friend who came by our garden this past weekend. She's our plant doctor, man. Jess, she giving me all the game on Seattle, but it was apparently named after a Native American chief, Chief Seattle. Wait a minute. I'm gonna have to look that up because I don't like how my our engineer is like. But go ahead, keep going, Brianna. That's my fact. It could be wrong. Don't quote my fact.
Woo. Where's that? Woo. Chris needed another week.
But that's my, you know what? I wasn't ready. I thought I was ready today. I wasn't ready, but we here. The show must go on. So tell me your historical fact.
Look, I almost forgot the question. A historical fact that I've learned recently. You know how what is it called? Wow, it just went on my head. We'll be back to mine because I forgot what the heck it was called. Because anyways. Oops. So yeah, so
he was a leader of the Duwamish and the Suquamish people. And yes, there's also a statue, born June 7, 1866, Chief Seattle, Blake Island, Washington. I know I wasn't crazy.
But you know what? Let's take a moment to like breathe and like, because clearly neither one of us was ready to come back right then. Just this quick.
I don't know.
We have a whole month. Beyonce that came in here did such a good job.
That's a tough act to follow.
Right. We done came back. Don't even know how to act.
Oh my.
I know. What is going on? I was all prepared with my notes, and now here we are. So, one of my historical facts is, you know how in Oklahoma, Black Wall Street and the race massacre that happened there. I found out recently at our family reunion that our grandfather could be tied, our great-great-grandfather could be tied to that because he had a business near there. And so now our family's researching our history tied to Black Wall Street.
Y'all got money. Okay. Y'all got money.
Do we got money or do we
That's
just
right.
Our family's not rich in monetary. We are rich in what's the word? Generational education, generational bombness, generational can turn anything and make it work.
Wish we had a bomb to drop for that. Generational bombness. I'm here for it. I'm here. That's priceless.
Generational.
Yeah, that's priceless. I'm here for it. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Anyway, so topic for today. Guess what? Okay, we are late. We haven't been here for a month. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that went by so fast. Oh, wait, before I even go into our topics, something amazing happened while we were on break. Chris, can you guess what that was?
Let me know. What was it?
Mr. Sippy got his own show.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to that guy.
Tell us about that show.
It's great, man. It's a work in progress. Seattle with Sippy every Thursday at 5:30 p.m. right here, Rainier Avenue Radio.
Yes.
It's actually cool. We got the Halloween episode coming up Thursday, so maybe some surprises there. I'm thinking about coming in costume. I'm in costume today. I wasn't even trying to be in costume today, but if you see, my brain's doing their own thing. But yeah, so Thursdays 5:30 p.m. when you're getting off of work on your commute home, tap in Seattle with Sippy, a fresh perspective on Seattle through the lens of yours truly. But thank you. Yeah,
you're welcome.
And she's been my guest twice, so she knows my crutches.
Yeah.
Shout out to my crutches.
Did you always think that I would be your crutch?
Yes, I did. You have been my crutch here for several things. Yes,
that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I appreciate you.
You're my crutch too.
Oh, yeah. Get them up there. Okay. All right.
Anyways, back to our topic. Okay, so October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I don't understand. It's like they just said throw all the women's issues in one month, but it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month and also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So I just wanted to take just a few minutes to just talk about those topics while we have time, because it's so important for women, especially Black women, to get tested.
Yes.
And I was listening at church with someone giving their testimony about how they battled breast cancer and how another friend battled breast cancer. And one thing that stuck out to me was like, when I had my physical this year, my doctor was like, you're just your early 40s. You don't really have to get tested till you're 50, I think she said. But at church, the lady said her doctor told her friend that, and her friend still went and got tested and found out she had breast cancer. So you ladies, please, if you're over 40, please sign up and get your mammograms. I know, I'm scared. I'm like, it's 2024. They haven't found a different way to examine our breasts to see if there's breast cancer. But yes, the mammogram, from what I hear, you go, put your boob on this thing and they press down and they got to press and get the pressure to see if there's any lumps or anything. Mm-hmm. So they say the pressure doesn't last long and it doesn't hurt, but it is important especially women of color, because almost everything affects us worse because healthcare doesn't really take Black women's concerns seriously. So make sure if you're 40 and over, you are examining your own breasts, looking in the mirror,
for sure,
checking your breasts out. If you see anything different, any leakage, any dimples, any lumps, check with your doctor. If you see any changes in your breasts, check with your doctor. Also, it's very rare, but men can get breast cancer.
I've heard that. Yeah.
So,
yeah. Oh, I feel like I have breasts. I need to get in shape. So I guess it's very possible. So listen, people, healthcare prevents a health scare. Make sure you're checking out your chest, your breast, filling it out, and go get the mammogram. I know it probably sounds barbaric. Kind of sounds like
very barbaric.
Yeah. But if it helps, we're all about preventative measures.
And I found out it's like they do squish it to like separate the tissue and stuff to make sure they're not missing anything. But yeah, the most important thing is to know your family history.
Yes.
Check your breast. Look at your breasts. It's okay to check out our bodies. Let's be one with our bodies. Like you said, healthcare. What did you say? Healthcare is the best. What did I do?
Self-care is the best form of healthcare. But I just say right now, proper healthcare prevents a health scare. We don't want to make, that's all.
You got so many sayings.
Working it out. You know what I'm saying?
You got to be the best grandpa in the world. And he's gonna have so many sayings.
And shout out to my grandpa, because I mean that, man. Shout out to my grandpa, Leon Perry Sr., man. Shout out to you for what you do.
Shout out to Leon.
And done.
Also, breast cancer is more common in women over 40, but if you are under 40, make sure you're just doing self-examinations. Like I almost did it. Sorry, Chris. Self-examinations where you are examining your breast, just going around in circles, checking with your doctor. And when you go into your doctor, I just always want to say this, know exactly what it is that you need. Like if you know exactly what you're going in there for, if you have a pain, know exactly like what the pain what's happening with the pain. What else do you need to know? I'm just saying, because sometimes you go to the doctor like, I'm sick, and doctors, they don't have all the answers. You just really have to be like, okay, let's say if it's breast. I have a lump on my breast. It's been there for 2 weeks. It kind of hurts. It's hard. It's red. Can we check it out? Like you really, when you go in the doctors, you have to know.
So okay, really quickly, because the lumps, you can actually see redness on the outside.
Some people
really
see that. Yeah.
Okay. Never knew that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely a clear indicator to
but some people get bumps and it's nothing.
Right.
Some people, and then keep your phones out your breasts, out your bras, please.
Oh wait.
Do not put your phones in.
Don't put your phones in your breasts.
On your bras. Yeah, some people put it. Our bras are our pockets.
Yeah.
So,
I know.
I mean, I be putting change in there but don't put.
This is Seattle. I go to the grocery store and I see people put a lot of things in their bra. You know what I mean?
They've been doing that first down.
I
remember my mom was like,
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about.
Other things.
Yeah, I'm talking about baby back, St. Louis baby back ribs and all. Yeah. A deal is a deal.
But make sure that breast.
Come on. How we doing?
Oh,
Welcome back.
If you were tuning in to Clean Greens Living, broadcasting here live on Rainier Avenue Radio, and we are just taking a moment to talk about Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Okay.
Making sure that you get tested. If you're 40 or over, make sure you schedule your mammogram. Make sure you're checking your breasts. Making sure you're taking care of yourself physically, spiritually, and emotionally.
Right.
I heard even drinking alcohol and birth control can increase your risk of having breast cancer. So making sure that you are using the best birth control for yourself, and also maybe scale back on drinking if you're drinking. Just make sure you're drinking enough. Here we go.
That's a widespread. Listen, hey. Make sure you got no generic birth control, especially if you're drinking. That's what I gathered from that.
That's what you gathered from that?
Yeah.
I just said what the fact sheet said.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
For more information, please.
Sorry.
See, I forgot the website. I'm
drawing a blank. I'm sorry. I distracted her. My apologies. Have your ask in order is basically what she's saying. Please don't be afraid to speak out. It might be too late. It could be the difference in saving a breast. So, as soon as you get there, the better chance you have, right?
Yes, the better chance you have. And then also, I heard breastfeeding also helps lower your chances of getting breast cancer. So yeah, so there's tips and things that you can do to help lower. It just lowers, but women over 40, anyone can get it. Know your history. Check your boobs.
Check your boobs, and guys too, apparently. So
yeah,
you know,
make sure you're checking your boobs and don't just be like, oh, it's nothing. Because I know men, from what I hear, I don't really like to go to the doctor and do physicals.
Well, I mean, I thought you were gonna say I know men don't really like to have boobs, and I was like, no, we don't. But you do. You're right. You're absolutely right. But you do have to check yourself. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Moving right along.
You want to introduce the next topic?
No. I just want to try to skate over that. Yeah. Check your boobs.
Check.
No. That's definitely the message of that little insert. And moving on to a more serious topic.
Okay. The website is Komen.org for more information. KOMEN.org for more information on breast cancer, and making sure that you have all your questions answered and know what you need to ask your doctor when you go in. So up next, go ahead, Chris.
No, I was just going to segue into our second topic, which is a much more, they're both serious topics, but I guess, so yes, Domestic Abuse Awareness Month.
Domestic Violence Awareness Month, yes.
Abuse, violence, tomato, Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay, so do you have anything that you want to add to that? You have any stories you want to share? I know you always talk about, you reference people all the time. We were talking about a person being sick, and you was like, she was coughing in her sleeve and tried to come hug me. You remember? So I know. Do you have any stories that you want to share with us?
That was kind of like shots fired.
No shots.
Anyways, and there's no domestic abuse going on here with me.
Oh no.
My co-host.
Oh yeah, no, none. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah.
Anyways, it is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and I do actually have stories personally and for people that I know that have experienced domestic violence. And I think that this topic is important to discuss, not just in October, but also there's training on domestic violence. I've taken the training a few times being a housing case manager. And there were things that, you just never know that you're in a domestic violence relationship sometimes, because people think it's physical, and sometimes it can be monetary, sexual, it can be words, using intimidation, using emotional abuse. There is a power and control wheel that they show us, and I'm looking at it right now. I didn't send it in time for us to have it on the screen, but using your kids, like, if you leave me, I'm gonna take my kids, right. Or not letting you work, or you only have one car, not letting you go to work, using your car. There's so many things that people don't talk about when we talk about domestic violence. It's not just about physical abuse. Some people use religion to keep women from doing things that they want to do, making them feel bad for wanting to work, or bad for not being home with the kids, or bad for how they dress. And as you can see in this world, that it doesn't matter what you look like or how you dress, a monster is going to be a monster. And I have to catch myself too sometimes, because sometimes, oh my God, I know you're about to, I'm just going to say it anyways. When my daughter dresses a certain way, and I'm just like, I catch myself, because it's not her responsibility to not have a man look at her a certain way or want to do something to her. I do make sure that she's protected as far as having people around her. But, people use religion to tell women how to be. And domestic violence doesn't just happen with women. Men are also abused. And we don't talk enough about that, about how men are abused with the same things: intimidation, emotional abuse, isolation, minimizing and denying blame, using your children against you. That's abuse. And my own personal story, I didn't realize I was in an abusive relationship at one time until things escalated. And then I found out that, although I wasn't being physically abused, I was being mentally abused. And
but there's signs. I think there's signs that we can look for. Like, one thing that's very important to add, if there's something that you're doing and you're ashamed or afraid of your loved ones or your family to know about it, that's a clear indicator that you might be doing something wrong or part of something that's not serving you in the right capacity. So think about that, because like to her point, it's not always physical. Sometimes it's mentally, emotionally, and with kids involved, just weaponizing different things. So many tactics. Very important to speak on it. I know there's been times where people are so ashamed and so embarrassed that they're too ashamed to speak up, and that's the worst mistake I think that you can make in that situation. You'll be surprised to find how many people are in similar situations or can definitely directly relate to your situation. So speak to what's going on. Definitely speak about what's happening.
One last thing before we leave, because it's time. When people are in domestic violence situations, one of the things that they practice and they tell us is do not always expect for them to just leave. Because when they leave, that is the most dangerous time in the situation of domestic violence, because you never know what that person is going to do. And domestic violence doesn't just affect the person, it affects all who's around them, who's helping them. So if you know someone who is dealing with domestic violence, get with them and create a safety plan. Make sure you have a safety plan and make sure that they know that you're there whenever you need them. Do not cut them off, because one of the tactics is isolation. And a lot of times they want you to isolate from your family so your family can't help you and don't know what's going on. So make sure you create a safety plan, give them resources, show up for them, love them. And
I'm not sure, but there might be like a Facebook group that supports situations like this, like a Facebook post group that you can go and check out.
There is, but I don't have any right now. I'm sorry.
No, okay.
Yeah.
I just know there's several Facebook post groups out there that can be very helpful and resourceful to you guys.
Yeah,
so
there is a Facebook,
utilize your city's Facebook post groups. Don't abuse them, but definitely utilize them.
Yeah. And all right, that's time.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week.
And you can also catch me every Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Seattle with Sippy right here. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Last chance to check out the Halloween Haunted House at the Columbia City Theater. Come by and check that out. Any more announcements?
Halloween, noon at 7:30 p.m.
That's right.
And Fentanyl Awareness Town Hall this Saturday, 11
right.
a.m. live on Rainier Avenue Radio. And election. Don't forget to vote. The election results will be live here on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Juan Cotto will be hosting that. That's so it's very important. Get out there and vote. And thank you again, folks. Staying loyal to the soul ingredients. Next time.